everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm the Chartist. Thank you guys for being here today, and we have a very bearish day for the SPY. As you can see, we got this bearish engulfing candle here on the daily chart. We checked the weekly chart. Bearish engulfing candle here last week. We checked the monthly. Bearish engulfing, a big giant bearish engulfing candle on the monthly chart, as you can see there. Okay, that was September. So, not to mention, once again, like I mentioned yesterday's video and pretty much almost all my video, we got the rejection at the 5-day moving average again. Okay, faked us out, got us thinking it was gonna go up, then boom, it pushed it all the way down. Okay, so as you can see here, we got this descending triangle, and SPY is starting to break down from it. It's closing right at the support level. Looks like it could be heading down lower, guys. Alright, so we check our moving averages. We got the 200-day all the way over here. I did mention that 426.5 and then the 425 levels, I would be looking for buying opportunities. And luckily for me, I was able to catch the 426.5 level. Right, check my Discord. So today's plan was to be looking for buying opportunity for SPY at the 431 level. As long as it holds, price targets are 436 for another relief rally, then 441 if 436 hold. Okay, so that was my plan today. Obviously, that didn't work out because I entered SPY at 431 and I had to cut my loss around the 430, 429.7 range. So I took a small loss, okay? But I also share my stop losses, my support levels and resistance levels. So the next support level is here at 426.5. Okay, so this is how we trade it. We want to enter longs or calls at support level, or as close to the support level as possible. So since my 431 level didn't hold, I had to cut my loss, and I looked to enter at the next support level, which was 426.5. And that was the low of today, was actually around 426.36. Okay, and at the end of the day, I closed around 420, almost 429. So I was able to make up for my loss and make a little small profit. So today wasn't one of those easy days to trade. Okay, so yeah, I admit I was bearish. The price action was bearish, but I felt like because of this descending triangle, we was possibly getting a relief rally up here, which is where I would have been looking to short for a bigger move to the downside. But that actually didn't happen. So, you know, luckily I was able to buy a support level. That's the idea of technical analysis, identifying the support levels and stuff like that and looking to enter. Of course, none of that will matter if we do not cut our losses and manage our risks, okay? So as of right now, price action is still looking very bearish. The relief rally to the upside, as of right now, does not look like it's happening. And our next support level, of course, is here at this previous high right there. As you can see, 425. I would look for a buying opportunity there. That's the bull's last stand, because if SPY breaks below 425.5, there's a big move to the downside. Another big move to the downside to the 200-day moving average to 413. Okay, so all the way up here from 454, 455, all the way down to 413. That's a big drop. Okay, bears, you guys are in control right now. Continue. If you still believe there's more downside and believe we'll at least hit the 425 level, remember, please enter your short position or your puts at resistant level. If you go long, you go at support. If you go short, you go at resistance. Okay, I told you guys mad time. We get a lot of rejection from the 5-day moving average. Okay, that's a good area that you can enter your position. So the 5-day right now is at 432. That's a resistant level. We have resistance here at 437. The 20-day is at 440, and of course the 50 is at 443. All right, for SPY to look bullish again, we have to break out of this downtrend. The breakout level as of right now is at 444. So if we watch that and it breaks out, we could be heading back to new all-time highs above 460. All right. But based on the price action, it's looking like there's more downside. Guys, I am not a stock market guru. Yes, I am a YouTuber, but I'm just a retail trader, just like many of you guys. I've been doing this for 4 years. You know, my first couple years was pretty hard, but the last couple years I've been able to be a profitable, consistent trader. Okay? And technical analyses are not predictions, guys. I'm just translating the charts for you guys and interpreting it how I interpret it. You know what I mean? So the way I'm interpreting it is bearish price action. Got the 20-day cross below the 50 is very bearish. It's looking like the 200-day moving average is going to get tested. It's been a while. It's been quite some time since the 200-day moving average has been tested. It's long overdue, okay? I hate to admit it. So it's been since June of 2020 was the last time we actually tested the 200-day moving average. So the question is, if we test this 425 level, will it hold? Because if it doesn't, guys, we are heading down to 200. That'll be the good time to buy the puts. Okay? Wait for the scenario to play out. If it holds and we start getting bounces, it could be just another relief rally to one of these moving averages. Okay? Like I said, look to short at resistance. And be sure to manage your risk, because any of these resistance levels could get broken and head to the next one. This is how it happens. Market makers will be looking to fake us out. So when you look at this chart, you have to ask yourself, what exactly does the market makers want us to think? What do they want us to do? They want us to think bearish right now. What do you guys think? You think they want us to think bearish? Because if a lot of people are thinking bearish, that's when the market makers will likely push the market back up, possibly fill this gap over here at 440 to the 441, 442 range. Okay, so be careful. I don't recommend entering right at the market opens. I recommend identifying your levels. Okay, so for me, I will be looking to enter a call or maybe just accumulate more shares around the 425.5 levels. Okay, I will set my stop loss around the 423 to 422 level. I will cut my loss if SPY drops below that, and I'll look at the 1 hour chart to see if we got closers. It depends on the situation, but if it does get to that level, I'll most likely cut my loss. But I'll see if the 425.5 hold, and it's possible we get that relief rally to the upside. If not, and I have to cut my loss, I'll most likely be entering puts possibly to ride that wave down to the 200-day moving average. Or I could look for buying opportunities at the 200-day moving average, and that is around 413 right now. Okay, guys, so it's up to you. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. I'm just pointing out the scenarios. I'm looking at the 1 hour. I want to see the daily chart of the VIX. As you can see, VIX is trading above all moving average. We had a choppy day for the VIX, but it closed above all moving average, okay? So, judging by the VIX as well, it looked like the VIX has more upside. And because of that, there's a big chance that SPY has more downside, okay? So, bottom line, I'm based on the price action, I am bearish on SPY. I'll either be looking to short at one of these resistance levels, or I'll be looking to enter a call or a long position at 425.5, depending on which level gets hurt. And of course, I will be managing my risk. That is number one, guys. Now, moving on to triple Q. Triple Q, look at that perfect bounce. Okay, I want you guys to see this. Started from there, 1, 2, 3, we got another perfect bounce. Okay, how many of y'all remember or have that support line as well and actually bought right at support? How many of y'all? Unfortunately, this is not a live. I can't see who did it or saying who didn't do it, but you know, that would have been a good spot. That's a strong support level. 350 was the low of the day, right? I had support around 351, so that would have been a good entry right there. It went up like $2-3. But of course, if it closes below, we have the support level or the support zone, this buy zone right here, 343 to 338. Okay, so we're at critical support level. This is not the time to get bearish on triple Q because it's at critical support level. However, the price actually tell us that there's more downside. I will be looking to accumulate between those blue lines. Okay, now if you're wondering what these letters are, if you don't know yet, this is Wickoff's distribution. Okay, here's take a look at a schematic. So I believe you see the resemblance. So I believe right now, triple Q is in the test area. This is that first leg down, looking to head down to the BC level. Not guaranteed that it will, but it's looking to, according to the schematic, that's where it should be heading to, between the UT and the BC level. And then we'll get a relief rally from there. And that will be the beginning of triple Q starting to head down to the low, starting to get that big correction, okay, according to Wickoff's distribution. All right. Now, of course, some people might think, well, if triple Q has so much downside, wouldn't that drop the SPY? That's a very great question. That's a very great point. But keep in mind, the SPY is made up of many sectors. Okay, so it would take a deeper stock market correction to bring the SPY even further down. And as compared to what Wickoff is suggesting that triple Q is gonna fall, because that looks like a big drop, guys. Okay, so take a look for yourself. That's Wickoff, look like Wickoff's distribution. Please look it up. Okay, so like I said, this was a good area to buy. If you didn't buy, wait for tomorrow to see if that level holds, and if it holds, it's a good sign that we're gonna head back higher. If it does not and it drops, you can ride that wave down to the blue lines to 343 to 338 zone. That's a good amount of money to make, from 353, 352 all the way down to 343, 338. That's a big money. You don't want to miss out on that. And of course, if you're a scalper, you take your profits on your puts there and look to enter a call around that zone. Okay, keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. Look into Wickoff distribution. If you don't know, get on the trading view and set up your charts. That's if you like technical analysis like me. Okay, so I'm assuming you do like technical analysis if you're on my channel. All right, so that's what I got for triple Q. Looking like a buying opportunity, but of course, if 350 does not hold and it closes below that, I think there'll be more downside, and a good sign that you should bet to the downside to this zone. All right, so moving on to Tesla. Tesla is looking bullish again. So the last, like this day on the 1st and this day on the 30th, we had two closes below the 5-day moving average. However, on the 1st, we had that strong buying pressure, with that bounce off the 13-day moving average. And today we got that big gap up, went up a little bit over that 800 level, beautiful, and it just sold off the whole rest of the day. Okay, so am I bullish or bearish? I'm bullish. Why? Because the price action, and despite that big sell-off from 807 all the way down to closing at 782, despite that, it still closed above the 5-day moving average. Okay, so keep in mind, the support is at 778, and then we got 765, and this big support right here where the breakout was for the bull flag, which is where the 20-day moving average at 759. Okay, I will look for buying opportunities off of one of those levels. If it does not hold, this will be a false breakdown, and there's a big move to the downside, all of 723, even lower to 700. Okay, so let the price action guide you. Don't let the news, the news could be good one day, the news could be bad another. Don't let it mess with your emotion. Just watch the price action and trade accordingly, guys. All right, so moving on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin broke out right here, cup and handle, broke out of the handle, mentioned it a few times. Okay, I did tell you guys, got the $50,000 price target around here, up to test at his resistant level. Okay, we got a little higher, we've been green, got a little, dipped a little bit, but got the bounce off the 50-day and the 5-day right there, as you can see. So of course, my next price target is at 50K. So watch the moving average at 47K support, 46.7, and of course right here is critical, 45. And down here, this is the breakout level at 43K. Those are the levels that I would look to enter, okay? Now below 43K, this will be a false breakdown, and we can see more downside, possibly coming all the way down here to take out the area of liquidity right here, okay? So we're at the bottom, 1, 2, 3. So below it is a lot of stop losses built up down there, all right? Will market makers leave it alone, or will they come for it? We'll see. All right, but if we do break 50K, next price target after that is 59K. All right. Now speaking of wick off, I got Bitcoin. If you missed it in my last video, pretty much all my videos. If you missed it, I got wick off also following the accumulation of wick off. Okay, so we are here in phase D. After getting pretty choppy, it looks like we're starting to enter phase E, okay? So what will be a good sign for phase E? I would say we get that breakout, that 50K breakout, and we are officially entering phase E, in my opinion. And it's gonna skyrocket. 71K price target is what I got, okay, based on this green resistant line right here, okay? So guys, that's it. What I got to that's a technical analysis that I have for today. Excuse me, messing up my words here. But before I leave, and if you did stick it out and watch the whole video, first and foremost, I want to thank you so much for watching the whole video. And second, I want you guys to look up the lizard brain, okay, or the reptilian brain. That's part of the human brain. We have many layers, different in our brain. And the reptilian brain, it deals with the fight, flight, and freeze. You know, fight, flight, and freeze. That's when we deal with conflict, how we deal with danger. Some people will fight, some people will flight, like they'll run and escape. And some people will freeze. They'll just freeze like a deer in the headlight, okay? Now, a lot of times when we're trading, we get pretty emotional. So our brain, it triggers the reptilian brain, okay? So what would it look like in trading? Well, if you're a flight person, you may want to quit if you lost a trade. Okay, you want to quit. It's not worth it. Then you'll end up being just like the 95% that quit. Okay, if you're the type to fight, you're probably gonna revenge trade. You know you're gonna get very angry. You lost money, and you may even try to revenge trade, something like that. Okay, so we have fight, we have flight, and then there's freeze. Freeze could look like you're not respecting your stop loss, okay? Like you're just wrong in the trade went against you, and instead of respecting your stop loss, you just froze. Okay, so basically I wanted you guys, or I recommend you guys to look it up and how to master your lizard brain or your reptilian brain. It's not an actual reptilian brain, it's just what they call that part of our brain, okay? So that's just my advice. I figured it's worth mentioning. You know, it definitely helped me learning how to master my reptilian brain, definitely helped me with my trading and mastering my emotions. So that's just one of the tips that I wanted to give to you guys. I hope that you found it valuable. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I'll see you soon.